Greetings, thanks for joining me. Pisces, this is your March 2020 reading. Pisces, I thought I would do your reading first because for a lot of you it will be your birthday month. So happy birthday to you all. Having your birthday is a profound time. It's not just a reason to party and celebrate with a whole bunch of friends and family, but it's also a time to celebrate with yourself and go inner and find out what it is you are seeking to enhance or transition or bring in for the upcoming year ahead. Now, some of the messages I received for you guys before I started the reading were that you should ground yourselves for this birthday energy and think into how you want your new plans, visions or enterprises to go. Some of these ideas or plans or enterprises for some of you are linking back to the past, and I questioned, is that the past as in people or past places or past ideas? Some of the colours that kept jumping up with you guys were white and orange as colours to meditate with or about for this month of March, as well as for your birthday energy. And the reason that they kept coming up, or one of the reasons was, and it's in the background of the video here, and I'll pull it up for your attention, this is an abundance cluster and this is the citrine, and this is white and orange that you could use for yourselves in terms of meditation or looking at or harnessing. This abundance cluster is particularly good at manifesting and bringing in positivity, and of course so is the citrine. It's a wealth stone. So I'm not sure where that leads us to with you guys, but let's have a look at the cards that come out for you. I'm going to be using this deck. This is a full tarot deck. It's one by Doreen Virtue. It's called the Fairy Tarot deck. It just has some really beautiful depictions on it and some imagery as well. So this is for Pisces for March. What is in store for these guys? What would you like them to focus on in particular? I'm definitely hearing money, you know, whether you're getting money or thinking about money, or it's about your careers or earning it, keeping it, spending it. Some of you might be spending money. So you'll understand from the beginning of 2020 in January and February I'm actually doing this reading for you in February, that we have had a very convoluted beginning to 2020, a very unbalanced, out of kilter beginning, which I think is how the year will kind of continue. But that aside, we can focus on our own individual pursuits and what it is we are looking to focus on and enrich and harness. Okay, let's see what's come out for you guys. There's quite a lot that fell out there, so we will start with the top ones and see if they merge into sort of like a story, or whether we feel that they're stopping. So the Princess of Summer is the Cups. She's the Page of Cups, if you like, and she says a new relationship or emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with, kind, sensitive, gentle and inexperienced. She really does represent your Piscean water energy, because that's what the cups do. Some of you may be extending out and going to social events over this period in March, especially since it is your birthday time. You may have some commitments in terms of friends or family and gatherings. You might be putting some on, hosting them, or you may be attending them. You can also see there a new relationship or emotional experience. Generally this comes to us through the heart, especially with this card or this type of energy. So something that can foster excitement or harness energy from the heart in terms of this new potential relationship or experience. Let's see if some of the other cards are going to tell us a bit more. The 10 of Autumn. Autumn is the Pentacles. This is a good card to get, and this is very much about money, finances, stability, security, family once again. Take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones, making wise investments or planning for retirement, honouring family traditions. There could be something in here for a lot of you about family events or get-togethers. It could be things like engagements or the birth of a baby or weddings. It could even be a retirement or like a parents or grandparents' wedding anniversaries, like big ones, golden wedding anniversaries or things along those lines. But both of these cards are very community or family oriented, and they do have a support and feeling of love and nurture in the background. So there's something possibly for a lot of you that you are either concerned with or connected with or involved with that ties in with your family. And this can be your true family, as in siblings, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles. For those of you who don't have that extended family connection, it could very well be your community or your friends as well who take this role in your life. Let's have a look and see what else is coming. I love the World card. It's a truly beautiful one. What she says too, a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. When we have the 10 of autumn, we've also got a completion in here because we are at a 10 number. There is something about a completion of a journey for some of you. Some of you may be finding that you have older people around you who you're preparing to help transition one way or another into, say, nursing homes or rest homes, or clearing up things that have been loose. And this could be, again, their money, their finances. It could be inheritances that are being sorted out. It could be a transition over to another world, as in the spirit world for some people here, like an elderly person whose time it was to pass. But for some of you, it's more like sorting out the paperwork or sorting out properties or sorting out this inheritance, sorting out a whole bunch of people that are involved in the background as well. Maybe you take charge, or maybe you've been the person who's been given the position of hosting or holding authority over a whole family or the events that are taking place. The World can also mean that you have become very acclaimed in a certain realm that you are dealing with, that you have learned a lot, that you can stand up and become this person of authority in a certain area and for a certain reason. The World can also mean for some of you a trip or going away on a big event or moving overseas, and that can be this new relationship or emotional experience as well. Some of you may be about to go on this big new emotional experience, which could be like traveling the world. It may be an internal travel, but it may also be physical. Shifting homes, moving countries can also take place when this card is around, as can new relationships and meeting new people of foreign perspectives. We have another Pentacles card. This is another great one, the 2 of Autumn or Pentacles. Bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, and exceptional talent for multitasking. When this card comes about, it can reference that you are very busy, and it looks as though you are busy with these people that are around, with these obligations, with these events, with quite a bit of fun timing that is going on in your life too. Hello, my darling. This is Enzo. He's just come in to say hello, and he doesn't very often. I don't think he'll stay very long. He's actually decided to stay quite a while. He's been in the wars a little bit lately. He has a really big set of stitches in here that he had. Oh, don't lick them, darling. No, 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 no. You're not allowed to bite them. No, you'll have to have a cone on if you do that. No, my darling. And we'd also been away a little bit, so he was missing our company too. But yeah, he's decided to sit here on the... So anyhow, he's gone now, and we'll come back to the reading. But we had that interruption, and I always think when an interruption occurs, it gives us time to rethink something or re-strategize as well as you get the gift of a beautiful animal creature coming in for the readings, which is really nice. But coming back to the 2 of Pentacles, we just talked about multitasking, and there we were doing the reading and then having Enzo come in and requiring the attention in 2 different places, and that's the type of thing multitasking can be. And it can be quite sudden and unexpected, and you can find yourself very busy unexpectedly as well. Now, the other thing that it can mean is with the Two of Pentacles, that your money can be coming and going, and you can find yourself juggling your funds for one reason or another. Sometimes it can mean that there is an increase of money coming for some of you, unexpected once again, and other times there can be some unexpected bills. So oftentimes this card represents the need to pay due diligence to your finances and potential or unexpected bills coming in. So don't spend too much or splurge out on this birthday celebration. We come to number 20 and we have renewal. This is one of the major arcana cards, which of course is the Judgment card. It is a little more appealing to look at, although we still see some unusual characters hiding on his shoulder and behind him, some pixies and elves, and they are notoriously a little bit cheeky and they can often play up per se, but they are whispering into his ear and he is taking down notes here. We also see some of the nature sprites in and around, and I got the message at the very beginning for you guys to ground in nature. I grant you that these are the fairy cards, so they are going to show a lot of being outdoors and being in nature anyhow. But I feel as though for you in particular, there's something about being outdoors or grounding yourself into that base and solar chakra areas that could be really beneficial for messages coming in, or for finances, or for ideas, or prosperity, or career activities in this month, especially given it's your birthday month. The messages on the bottom of this card say review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future, understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. Really great way to phrase that card. And if you go back to the messages I had at the beginning, I said that for some of you, with your plans, visions and enterprises, they could be linking back to the past, and it could be people, places and ideas. And you've also got this here, review the past and the present so you can plan. So there's something in here that you guys need to tap into or trace back to that has an answer or a connection for some of your dreams and aspirations as you move forward. Some people can literally have hearing problems when this card comes up, like this guy's got a trumpet as if he needs to hear more clearly. It can be messages from the universe coming in, so you might hear psychic messages, become more clairvoyant or clairaudient. You might notice synchronistic events as well at this present time. Let's see what else is popping up. The Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords, when I talked a little bit before for you guys about there could be, for some of you, a passing of someone elderly, this card can also sometimes represent that as well. And I got the feeling that there was a gathering, like a family event or gatherings of some sort, and the need to sometimes put into place this tidying up of like properties or papers or deeds or wills or something along those lines for some of you. And it is really just a cycle. It's the end of a cycle and moving into the evolution of a new one and the transition over. And we've seen a lot of that with the World, with the Renewal card, with the Ten of Wands, and you've also got the Ten of Autumn. So, you know, two tens at this point that have turned up as well, informing you that you are embarking on a new chapter or career of your own life anyhow. So we read what she says here: the resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or codependency. So again, she looks upon these cards that can create a little bit of effort or work or change or upheaval in great positive light, and she's bringing the light in through here and this movement forward into like a freedom, a freeing up of something. We can sometimes see when this card arrives the feeling as if you have been left out or feel a bit dejected or feel as though someone has treated you unfairly at an inappropriate time or without warning. When these things happen to us, they are purely allowing us to understand that this was going to happen one point in time or another, and that this perhaps person or situation, however this has occurred, was saying to you it is time to move on, and therefore we focus on the renewal, and we focus on the fact that we have the world as our oyster and that we are moving forward because we have finished a chapter. So let us see what the last card is out here. The King of Autumn. Again, this is the Pentacles. So we had a lot of Pentacles in here, and I felt that money was going to be playing a role for you guys somehow. He could very well be someone who comes in and it's an earth sign energy. It could be someone already in your life. He can be compassionate, accomplished, charismatic and gifted. And it also says for you, from the prospectus of this not necessarily being a person, but an energy around you that you can uplift, be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything is going your way, and a good person or company to work for some of you. So if you are applying for new jobs, or you are looking for someone in your life as a mentor or a financial advisor or a friend or a potential new partner, it could be an earth sign person, and he is quite the opulent potential entrepreneur in life. He has a great ability to foster the goodness, especially around finances, businesses, entrepreneurship, giving, knowledge, support. So for those of you, it's either you feeling into this or coming across this person, or the potential for this around your financial sector. So yes, we did have a lot of Pentacles come in. We also had a couple of people in terms of the Court cards. Whether or not this one could represent yourself, but this can definitely represent some other people as well. So I do think people are in for March. And it does make sense, because it can be quite a social time of the year, especially for some of you Pisceans who choose to celebrate it one way or another through your birthday energy. Let's just see a couple of cards in here for Pisces. Just another one or two. Not giving us too much today. Let's look at what we've already got from this deck of cards. Retreat, Guardian Angel, and a wise decision. The retreat could mean literally to retreat from a certain situation or attitude or people that might be surrounding you. It could also be referencing a retreat in energy of yourself and going into a place of renewal. So often when we experience reviews, we retreat, right? So going into a retreat enables us to take the time to think about decisions, consequences, plans, ideas, movements forward, reshaping things, especially the people around us. But I was also thinking of this one. The Ten of Swords can often mean not necessarily retreating, but just moving yourself away from the things that have been causing agony or becoming aggressive one way or another, or are not suiting the energies around you. Now the other one was wise decision, another guardian angel that came out. So there's the potentiality, I think, during a time of retreat or meditation or time alone, understanding yourself or seeking to find where you are headed as this year unfolds for you guys, that a wise decision is in the cusp of being made. Now this could be a personal wise decision, or it could be one that is a little more far-reaching into terms of your friendship circle or your relationships, as well as family relationships, because we've seen so much of this going on. I will see what's on the top of the deck here. Stress management also comes into the retreat card. So retreating is sometimes done to rebalance ourselves, to give ourselves energy, to de-stress. And the stress management is also telling you to take time out if you are over busy. And there does seem to be a lot going on for you in March with these people that might be around, all these obligations like family obligations, or the signings of things, or certain aspects that are creating work. It seems like they are creating work in many ways, and when we've got all that going on, we need to make sure we are balancing enough time out, or that we are able to multitask, which is the other one that came up very much with the 2 of autumn. Learning to multitask without feeling the stress. So some of you, it might pay dividends to focus on that if you take a retreat, at how best to manage the busyness that's going on in your life, and to put the most important things forward first, and to learn that you can only multitask so many things at once, but pick the ones that are most significant and most prominent at this point in time, and bring some fun into what you are doing, guys. Now with that, I am going to finish off with this brand new deck of cards that arrived for me in the mail today from a very special person who I am working with currently, who is a client and a lovely friend as well. So these have come all the way from America, and these are cards from Denise Jarvie. They are the secret language of light. Now the deck is very new to me. I have only just briefly looked at them, and how interesting and timely that the person who gave them to me is actually a Piscean as well. So with that in mind, I am going to shuffle for you guys, and then I will be reading from the book. I'm sure the messages will be beautifully delivered. Denise Jarvie is a very, very wise source of deep soul information. So her cards and her messages I find really connective and quite energetic. There seems to be quite a deep message going on in the background of them, so I am inclined to only pick one card, and I will just shuffle until I feel the right one is here, and it is this one, and it is Divine Animals. And we have seen the Divine Animals in your cards during the reading, of course, because we chose to use the fairy cards. But I will read from the book for you about the Divine Animals. The number is 22. In fact, we had a Divine Animal come into your reading, and that was Enzo just before. So it's interesting, and he was a cat. Oh, I love it. And there's the big lion cat on the card. Enzo's energy popping into the reading did have a deeper meaning in the background, and it turned up with this card here. I also see the beautiful heart resonating above the lion's head, and I often think too, and we see the white light coming from it, and in the background you can see almost like a strange language or alphabet, like a light language, which I think is what Denise Jarvie works with. So there's some sort of connection here to the heart, and we felt quite a lot of heart energy in the beginning of your reading. So there's a very powerful compassion of the heart coming to you through the white light energy rays. Oh wow, boom. I wondered what the white light was about at the very beginning, and this was the white that kept coming to me. And this white has got these pointers off it, this white crystal, and there are the white lights fragmenting off in various directions and coming through the heart. Oh wow, and there's the orange of the lion down below. And so we have the white and the orange in the crystals, and the white and the orange in the card, and of course Enzo turning up as well. So there's this really beautiful deep thread of connection coming through your reading. I'm so pleased for you, because the birthday readings, it's lovely when there is a special energetic vibration coming from your celestial helpers or from angelic resonances or from light beings or from the animal kingdom or wherever it may be. But I do feel this card in itself with the beautiful white rays extending out to you, the pink heart behind it, so it's connecting deeply at your heart level, opening up maybe a new vibrational frequency within your heart, enabling you to feel deep compassion or love or connection to someone or something. Now, I will read for you now through the book because her words are also very special as well. Divine animals, soul companions on your journey. Spend time with your pet or in the company of any animal to realize the same light that flows through you flows through all living creatures. We all create different containers for our soul experiences, depending on our individual desires and dreams. Humans experience greater contrast than animals. That is why our influence and creations are wider reaching. However, this also makes it easier for us to split and stray from our hearts. Animals reflect the divine love that we are. When we are around animals, it is easier to move into alignment where we can be inspired to grander creations. People often believe they receive unconditional love from an animal. As an animal is more likely to be aligned with its soul instinct and doesn't need you to be different to who you are for it to feel loved, you will feel free to be who you are. When you emulate this behavior for yourself, life becomes more relaxed, loving, and your relationships will catapult to a whole new level of joy. Now, she does offer a meditation with the cards and also a journaling experience for you to work on if you feel free during the month. If you feel inclined to during the month. So this could be a really nice birthday exercise for you guys. But here is the meditation. She calls it Soul Mastery Class Shape-Shifting. Okay, so shape-shifting is an insightful practice that lifts and expands your light awareness beyond physical reality into sensing reality. You are essentially energy, not an intellectual concept. Every sentient being, including mountains, flora, fauna, and humans, has an essence. When you align with your soul energy, you have access to your soul energy everywhere. From this place, you can become one with anything you focus upon. At this point, she says, place a hand on the card. Some of you might wish to place a hand on the device that you are looking at, whether it be your iPhone or a laptop or a computer. So feel free to go ahead now and place your hand on the energy of this divine animal. Close your eyes and breathe deeply to relax and calm your whole being. Imagine an animal, bird, or fish in front of you. Feel their heart beating in unison with your heart. After a little while, there will be no difference in the heartbeats. They will become one. You are the animal, and the animal is you. You are not in the animal, you are the animal, experiencing life as it does. Stay here with this meditation for 2 minutes, immersed in the wisdom of this animal. When you feel ready, imagine the heartbeat becoming 2 heartbeats, and see the animal in front of you once again. Breathe into your body and then open your eyes. And that will allow you the greater expansion and awareness and understanding of the depth and breadth of your soul and the energy and oneness it can experience and feel. Then she mentions to practice the shape-shifting meditation and write about your experiences. How does this animal view life? And then you can also decide that your pet is a companion instead of something you own. You can also practice being calm and assertive around your animal and observe what happens. Then for journal work, draw or write about what animal you would like to be and why. Ooh, that was a jump. Okay, so draw or write about what animal you would like to be and why. And then meditate on that and see why you chose the animal that you chose. What does it mean to you? What do you feel it represents? And what is that message telling you? So there we are, Pisceans. Thank you for joining me, and I trust that you have really enjoyed the powerful synchronicities that occurred within this reading for you right from the very get-go about the white and orange light and essence, right through to Enzo turning up and the big cat and the divine animals through the reading, as well as all of the other messages that arrived. Thank you for subbing the channel, for liking. I love it when you leave your comments. I wish you all a very, very happy birthday season. May you all be inspired by love and light. Much love, everyone. Namaste.